Joe Kleen, Southern Hospitality, February 13th, 1990, 112. Joe, spoon poised over the last bite of Présence Mélange gelato that sits between he and Misty, asked, "May I?" Misty, left eyebrow raised, asked, "What is this, the 80-20 rule?" "Go ahead and finish it," she adds, shaking her head. "Hey, speaking of 80, you know who'd be 80 years old?" Phil asked. "Mickey Mouse?" Joe asked. "What?" "No," Phil replied, shaking his head. "Steamboat Willie was like the year Dad was born. John Banner. Sergeant Schultz." "I know nothing, Joe says. "And I don't know what any of this has to do with the 80-20 rule. What does Pareto have to do with gelato?" "Pretty sure she's telling you that you've consumed 80% of that dessert there, hermano," Justin says. 80%, Joe protests. "No way. 60%, max." "So you admit that by rights that last bite is mine?" Misty inquires. "Last rights for the last bite. If we don't act soon, it'll melt out of sight," Joe replies, eyes on Misty but spoon still poised above their shared after-dinner treat. "Well, it won't really melt out of sight," Courtney says, taking a bite of the baklava she shares with husband Phil. "It'll just be liquid delight." All right, Joe laughs. "Misty, come what may or come what might, may I please have the final bite?" "You are such a child," Misty replies, laying her spoon down and shaking her head minutely. "Yes," she hisses, "go ahead." "Thank you," Joe responds, lifting the bowl and scraping the last of the frozen concoction onto his spoon and bringing it to his mouth. "Dinner was good, wasn't it?" "Indeed," Kelsey says, shaking her head at her brother-in-law, "but I think you find anything edible good, don't you, Joe?" "Everything?" Misty interjects. "Definitely not. Everything sweet? That would be correct." "Which is why I love you, Snooky Wookums," Joe baby talks. "Oh, Lord," Phil says. "I think I'm going to vomit." "Probably too many sweets," Courtney says, delivering a pointed stare at Joe. "You're just jealous," Joe laughs. "Anybody up for a walk on the beach?" "Ugh," Kelsey grunts. "Not with this sitting here," she adds, placing her hand on her belly. "Baby giving you trouble?" Justin asks. "Baby? Oh! No, dinner. I overate. Think I can just about walk back to our room. Anything more and I might burst." "The bomb's bursting in air from too much food in there. Gave proof through the night. Kelsey needed fresh air." Joe sang to the tune of the Star-Spangled Banner. "How about a slow meander? Give it a try? You're going to miss the warm moonlit strolls once you're back in D.C. Kelsey shakes her head, rolls her eyes, and sighs. "I'd call you pushy, Joe, but you're right. How about we sit out on the beach a bit while our food settles and then go from there?" "I'm up for that," Courtney says, "if it's not too cold." "If it is, we fetch you a wrap," Joe declares. Let's pay and blow this gelato joint."